So the IB Diploma programme is an academic course that requires students to study their subjects in breadth and in depth. It's an exciting and rewarding programme that demands that students are creative, inquirers, researchers and critical thinkers. It's for students who want to study an academic programme that gives them both the breadth and the depth of the subjects that they study, and who are looking to keep their options open in terms of university, because they will be studying 3 subjects at higher level and really will go on and follow any one of those pathways in their tertiary learning. The programme involves students studying 6 subjects, 1 from each key discipline. The first discipline is language and literature, so that can either be English or Chinese. The second is a language of acquisition, so French, Spanish or Chinese, and that can be taken from absolute beginner level or can continue a previous pathway of study. The third group is a humanities-based subject. The fourth is a science, a natural science, and the fifth is maths. And the sixth group, which is an elective, is the arts. Students should take 1 subject from each discipline. However, if they need to follow a pathway at university, such as medicine, where 2 sciences are required, for example, then there is an option to drop the elective for arts and take an additional science. Alongside those 6 subjects, the students need to decide which ones they'll study at standard and higher level. So 3 of the subjects are studied at higher level and 3 subjects at standard level. Usually students will look at what their university pathway will be, and that will help determine which subjects they want to follow at the higher level, because those are the ones that universities will look at most closely. Overall, the programme is examined by a combination of exams at the end of 2 years and also some internal assessment coursework. Each individual subject is worth a maximum of 7 points, so students can attain 42 points from their academic subjects. And then at the heart of the IB Diploma there is a core which comprises of CAS, Creativity, Activity and Service, the Extended Essay and TOK. And 3 bonus points are available from a combination of the Extended Essay and TOK work. This qualification can literally take you anywhere you want to go. It's a globally recognised qualification that is accepted by universities around the world. And the strength of it is the fact that it creates critical thinkers, inquirers, researchers, and gives students those study skills and those independent learning skills that will really see them thrive at university level. A good IBDP learner will know that this course is extremely rewarding but also extremely demanding. So a good IBDP student really needs to be able to manage their time well, to prioritise, and really must enjoy all of those 6 subjects and be able to thrive in all of them if they're really going to succeed on the DP programme. It's an exciting opportunity, and if you're prepared to work hard and embrace it, then you will love the programme.
So whether you take the IBDP, the IBCP, the BTech, or the engineering option, Post-16 at WIS really allows you to study and explore the subjects that you're most interested in.
The best thing about Post-16 is definitely the frees that we get. And even though it's 3 times a 7-day cycle, it's still a great way to chill with your friends or catch up on work you haven't learned in class or something you're missing out on. So I think that's a perfect way to get on top of your work, because IB is very demanding.
I would say the best thing about Post-16 at West Island is probably your free periods and the fact that you get to wear your own clothes. You have no uniform, so you kind of see everybody's sense of individuality. And with your free periods, it's a great time to, either catch up with friends or catch up on some extra work or take a little mental or physical break from the stress of IB.
I think it's a great opportunity, especially for when we go into university, because I know a lot of universities recognize the IBDP, and it's just a good way to help me get into the field that I'm interested in for the future.
So I personally took the IBDP option, and I believe that the course itself is structured really well, where the exam board gives students enough time to prepare for important exams and assessments, for example, with the internal assessment.
The best thing about studying my course, so I'm doing the IBDP, is having the ability to choose the subjects that you like and looking forward to every lesson, but also keeping your options open, because I feel like that's really important for when you get into university and you start doing a program that you may not be too interested in. You can go and switch to something else because you have that range of skills that you gain from IBDP, and it's very well recognized by lots of universities around the world.
So I chose the IBDP program as it allowed me to study the subjects that I'm really interested in at higher level, whilst also allowing me to develop my skills in subjects that I'm not as familiar with at standard level as well.
So I chose the diploma because I got to do 3 higher level subjects that I know I will be completely engaged in and that I'm really interested in. So for global politics and business, I feel like I have a really good set of skills to develop for when I get to university. And because you still do those other standard level subjects, so environmental science or a math, you have that diversification in the range of skills that you're exposed to and what you could possibly use in the future.
Honestly, I didn't really have a choice, like with my parents, but it is like a really great way because it is more focused than GCSE. You only take 6 subjects, so I think if you take what you're interested in, you're gonna enjoy it, and yeah.
The biggest advice I could give to someone who's about to take the IBDP and select their pathway is to try and narrow down their interests in subjects to 2 to 3 subjects. I know that at this period of time, it may be very difficult for them as they may be unsure of what they want to do in the future, but I feel like the first step in this process is try and narrow down your interests, and then to go to the West Island Post-16 websites and see the types of courses that are on offer, and compare your interests to the courses that the school offers and see which one works the best for you.
Even though you have less subjects than GCSE, like the difficulty level is a lot harder. So definitely stay on top of your work. And I know for some classes, engagement is part of your percentage for your final grade. So, I mean, make sure you understand everything in class, do your homework, just the basic things.
My best advice would be choose the subjects that you're most interested in and that you know you'll enjoy, rather than what you think is best for you. Because when you do get to start studying IB, in the lesson it'll really make a difference in the way you engage and the way in which, or your approach to learning that subject would be.
I think something that surprised me the most was definitely TOK, because it really opened my eyes to different ways of knowing. So that is something to look out for if you do the IBDP. But also I feel like because we're older and we have like an extra set of eyes on us because we're differentiated by not wearing our uniform, I feel like there's more pressure to set an example and be role models for younger years.
Definitely the increased responsibility and the increased importance of time management. There will be some weeks in your IB journey where you have multiple tests and multiple assessments due on the same day. And the easiest way to ensure that you're able to perform to the best of your ability is through a good time management routine.
I would say the biggest difference between pre and post-16 is the way in which your teachers treat you in your lessons and the pace in which you learn at. And obviously it's going to be a lot quicker and a lot more intense than at GCSE because you're doing less subjects and it's more in-depth. So definitely you're approached in more of an individual sense. So working by yourself and taking initiative to get stuff done, and definitely the pace in which you learn is a lot quicker. So I want to go into either law or journalism in the future, and I'm doing higher level English language literature, business and global politics, and I feel like the range of skills that I can develop from each of these subjects, so whether that be global politics and gaining a broader horizon on current global issues, or business, because any job that you go to in the future, if you think about it, is a business, and you have to know the fundamental skills to running a business and making sure it's successful in what you do. So say for example, you go into veterinary science, but if you don't know how to run a clinic or a vet clinic, then it's going to be hard to maintain your job.
So I do HL, film, sports science, business, SL, English, Lang Lit, Chinese B, and math, AA. So in the future, I want to study either kinesiology or some sort of business major. And I think the subjects that I have chosen help me will guide me to university. And a tip for people choosing their subjects is that do some research on the universities that you want to go to and see what requirements you have to meet for that subject and choose based on that. And if you don't know what you're going to do, just choose what you enjoy doing, so the subjects that you like. And
So personally, I don't exactly know what I want to do in the future, but I'm interested in the fields of economics and physics, so probably something related to that. So currently I'm taking HL, Math, AA, Physics, and Economics. So I believe that taking HL Physics and Economics allows me to study these subjects at higher education. And I feel that HL Math accompanies these subjects really well and allows me to gain a better understanding of them.